Good day, everyone. So today is gonna be a trade recap, bro. I haven't made any type of these videos for a bit and for a while. So this was my trade last April 16th, which was just yesterday. I I just did filmed the video of my live trades for today's video. So definitely watch that out. Explains that, but the mic was turned off. But I'm gonna make sure you're gonna enjoy this video and actually gain a lot of information. But for me, bro, this is one of my sauciest, if not the sauciest, of my live trading videos because I literally type everything I want to see before I took a trade. Why did I put my take profit in, etc. Like how was I thinking? Anyways, let's go on in this video. So since this was yesterday, you can't really see my lines, but this was the actual executions. You can see how much I risked on this trade and actual entry point and my stop loss. So going on this trade, could have to look at the higher time frame. Look here at the higher time frame. This will be slightly harder since this was yesterday, but we'll make it work, boys. We're gonna make it work. So to start off, why was I looking and just love this shorts? We just had a pattern swing out of market open. We had a spot pattern swing out of market open, sweeping all of these accumulation highs. This is literally an accumulation, a manipulation, and a distribution to the downside. Wait a second, my mouse is falling around and I can't move properly. Anyway, this is just literally accumulation, manipulation, and this is just distribution to the downside, right? This perfect AMD. But obviously, you're not going to be able to see this distribution quite yet. But this was a perfect accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And that accumulation, we took out this hourly intermediate high and had a perfect pattern swing. We literally had a strong displacement candle of 55-point candle. So when we had this inversion, particularly when we had this inversion, what I was thinking was to hop in. But I was like, I mean, technically it would be the same, but in this trade, actually, was able to kind of save a little bit of my trading capital because this trade took less time if I was just waiting here. And in most cases, I would have actually be stopped at a break even here. If you saw Pat's video already, that's gonna be my same exact execution. My stop loss will be different because my stop loss is right now is just on the IFVG or just slightly above it, maybe like this. But it's pretty much I don't ever go my stop loss to this body high or low anymore. Because I'm able to squeeze more RR out of it without really sacrificing my win rate. So going on this trade, particularly, why did I take this short? This short was a short that majority of people took, but not the same exact entry point. Because this limit order is definitely something a little bit too steep. If we look at that perspective. So I'm actually gonna show you guys how I called out every single thing over here. Okay, guys, if you would actually look in this video, like conversation with my friend, which is I'm currently mentoring right now. Shout out to you, Lee. Anyways, this is when I called it out. How was I looking at it at a specific time? You can see here. I didn't hop in here because I just really didn't like the RR. But honestly, this was the best entry point. But as I look back, I would be stopped out of break even. Why? Naturally, majority people get stopped out of break even here because we took this hourly intermediate low. We took this hourly intermediate low where people would definitely be stopped out of break even. I would mark that out on the live charts later. But if you can see here, I marked this out because I was looking at the psychology of the market. I was looking that there's a lot of sell orders over here because a lot of people took this entry and the market wants to stop these people out in break even, at least break even, to have more liquidity in order to go to the current or I mean already existing draw liquidity. So I was calling this out. I was waiting for a resweep of this highs. I was waiting for a resweep of this high. Honestly, I should have put my limit order by now, but I was really just calling this out because I just know that when as soon as this hourly intermediate low was taken out, this will be a break even trigger for most people who took the shorts here. And with that psychology that I know the people would go break even after taking this hourly intermediate low, I know that the market would take those people, those traders, to break even and then deliver to this unfilled 4-hour gap, which was the already existing draw on liquidity. So if this was the actual execution of the trade, you can see here, this was just me just showing this after the trade. Uh, the particular trade I have. This is when I called the trade out. Wait a second. I'm actually gonna show. This was the after the trade, but I'm gonna show you not that one because this was the short I took I think on April 15, but I wasn't able to film it, so I just really didn't even go for a trade recap. But it was pretty successful for you. Anyways, this was the time I called it out, and this was the time I got filled. So if you can see, I was risking under 10K here. Actually, initially I was risking 10K. Stop loss on this IVG high, but I de-risked because I saw that there was a 3 minute, which I'm going to show in the live markets later. So this was the time I got filled. And what did I say here? I wanted to see a resweep of these high. When I saw the resweep, I just put I just put the limit order, literally the same way. If you can see here, initially I put my stop loss here. I just trailed on the 3 minute, which I'm going to show later. So when we got the receipt, I just saw here that when this hourly intermediate low got taken out, people or traders got stopped out at break even. All of these sell orders over here, stop out break even. Then we have more liquidity to go lower. And I just put my stop loss. I mean my limit here, like the rejection block. I don't really trade that, but actually I do. I do. This is not a rejection block. It is like a C of the wick. So consequent erosion of the wick. We put my limit order there. Just put my stop loss above. And pretty much from that point on, I got filled my stops even more. And we could see here that we edged our take profits. We edged the unfilled 4-hour gap, literally edged it. And then I was break even here. Then thankfully we didn't get stopped out on break even and be the one of the second guys or traders that were stopped out of break even before hitting their take profits. Hence I was able to bank today. All right, guys. So I just talked to my friend a little bit, but anyways, going back on this, this is what I was talking about. Trailed my stop on the 3 minute high because of that fair value gap on the 3 minute. And for me, in my perspective, I don't want us to go higher, to go above this 3 minute. And honestly, as soon as this 3 minute intermediate, high is taken out, is pretty much also the equilibrium of this 3 minute. So this 3 minute intermediate high is a high that I don't want to see to get reswept. So as soon as this high took all of this out. I would be also honest, I wasn't strictly looking at the charts at this time because I was also doing other things. But that's why I had so much conviction in here because I literally saw this thing play out before. Same thing. And I just had so much conviction with my drawn liquidity. And pretty much just something that you should build over time, as you build your market experience, you will definitely understand this as days goes by. So for me, the highest place where I want to see price to go has to be this 3 minute intermediate high, and this would also be the equilibrium of the 3 minute. So I don't want the price to go above this at all. I don't want to be in that trade. If I get stopped out, I don't really mind because at most this 3 minute intermediate high should flush us lower if we would want to resweep. But in this case, we didn't even resweep. I went to break even as soon as we took, we got really close to our TP. If you actually saw here, I got the fill on this particular candle. I got the fill there. I just literally went on break even as soon as this candle flipped. This candle flip was like almost 60-point candle and edged, literally, bro, edged my take profit by like a point, less than a point, bro. Edged my take profit by a point. So I was break even here. Then I wasn't looking. I was like, set and forget, just let it be like my trade tonight. And after some time, we hit our TP and it was a bank roll. Bro, literally this one, as I've said, this is our intermediate low, is a break even for most people. And this is their draw liquidity from 4-hour gap. And if I was in here to this trade, with my stop loss at this high, with my take profit here, I would be stopped out of break even because this would be my break even point, and the market would just go up take me out with just a wick and then revisit that. In fact, actually revisit that. So I would be surely be stopped at a break even and then I'll flush it. So currently on this week, so let's actually check. I'm gonna check my notion. Currently this week, I think I am, um, what is this day? I had no trade on Tuesday. Yeah, I had a no trade day here. Here I just didn't scroll this. I didn't journal this trade, trade I took on this day, which was the short, which was literally a lot of people actually lost on shorts. I mean, although people who tried to take shorts, but maybe I'm just lucky. I took actually like I took no trade on Monday, Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, I took this short, but on a different account. That's why I didn't validate it because it wasn't on this account that I'm growing on. So yeah, we just had this inversion right here. After sweeping a actual buy side liquidity, like all of this set of highs, and I think even this high, yeah, took this high. I think this was a data high, whatever that high is. For me, it just really just took out the buy side liquidity, displacement lower, took the ISVG, and take profit on this equal lows here. Beautiful, beautiful trade. I didn't do a trade recap because I didn't really validate it since it wasn't on this account. If you can see, there's no executions. Unlike the trades I had here. And definitely I recommend you all to watch this trade on the day. Beautiful trade. Literally by the tick, bro, by the tick. And yeah, a break even and a win on the day. That's gonna be all for today, guys. I'm a peace out.